who she likes and that likes her and whatnot every day after school throughout the middle of the week, then that's something simple. You just don't do stuff like that. Anyway, I guess it feels good to get some of this stuff off my chest. I just really wish that like this court stuff would go through, right? Because honestly, DCF has jacked up so bad, they have to keep a court record of a lot of the things that they have done. So since they had to keep a court record of a lot of the things that they have done, when I go to court to get my child to get reprimand for the stuff that they have done and how they've messed up my entire life with this whole crap that they've been pulling. There's some states where, like the whole thing with Fantasia, if a dude starts talking to, I mean, if a girl or a dude, female, male, whatever, starts talking to anybody else who is in a relationship, who is married, and starts making them have feelings for them or whatever, that person can be sued. I was like, how do you, the person, what? That makes no sense. How do you sue somebody for a person who is in a relationship, who should be being faithful, for their choice? Well, GCF has been sitting there messing up mine and my baby's relationship, been sitting there knowing that she was going and having sex with multiple random different people while being pregnant with my child, that she was messing up a lot. Pretty much that they was a lot sitting there doing the thing. Like, for instance, she told them plenty of times, if me and her were married, first off, I showed her, my cousin just just had her baby a little while ago. Within 2 weeks after her having her baby, she applied to get a place, and they got her the place. My baby's mother, one thing that she wanted me to have was my own place. I was like, okay, well, we will get our own place as soon as we're married, or as soon as we get this stuff handled. Then she was like, also, she doesn't want all this extra help. I was like, it would only be for a short period of time, because within a year I would have had enough money to get us our own place. We'd be able to sustain everything. Like, I don't really use any money on myself. I went out to Vegas with when I went back out to get her, I went out there with like 1,500 or something, and she pretty much spent all of that herself. It's not much really to be spending on a girl, but like, I've done way too much. So-called, she told me that the first child was mine, but then I knew about her fucking this dude in Vegas. So she was fucking some dude after I told her, please never, if we do break up, at least wait till after she has the child to be having sex with other people. She, on the first, second, and last child that she was pregnant with, was fucking people. Excuse my language. If I have to, I will sit there and go back and re-edit these videos so that they can stay up on the internet. But it's crazy. I really want my daughter to understand, if I do go to jail or whatever, that I did put up a big fight for her. Like, within a few days, right before or right after me going to jail. No, a few days before I went to jail, I had went to the child support place to have them do a DNA test so I could get my stuff started for me to be on child support, so that they would have to do a DNA test and all this other different stuff, so I'd have my rights to my child, because she kept telling me, oh, I didn't have rights to my child and I couldn't do this, that, and the other. I was like, alright, well then I'm going to take steps to where I don't have to listen to her. I don't have to go and do what she says as for when I can or can't see my child. DCF, she told me that DCF demanded that she goes and puts me on child support so that they wouldn't have to pay so much or whatever, and which she didn't go and do that, and I ended up doing it myself. Well, I don't know how they felt about that, but yeah. Now they've been trying to take every chance they can get to get me put. Their safety is not primarily my daughter. I have voice recordings of the phone calls where I made to the DCF workers and reported different stuff, and the cop told when I called the cops just earlier today about my baby's mother was driving. She's still underage. She doesn't have her license. She doesn't know how to drive. She was driving a van with a South Carolina tag on it, looking like she was about to go run because after I had to report those things, they she was going to be moved to Ocala. Well, when she was going to be moved to Ocala, she really, really didn't want to. She really didn't want to go to Ocala. So I don't find it hard to believe at all that she was about to make a run for it and go to wherever she was at or plan on going to. I know that she does have family up in North and South Carolina and in New York and stuff like that that she could easily like get a place. I mean, drive up there, then have whoever got her the car and all that. I know that she could get them to come and get her, and then she stay up there like her aunt did. Her aunt took one of her cousins and ran away from the dude that she was in a relationship with. Like, she just took him up and left and went to New York, knowing that if he goes to New York, he already has a pending case and some other crap, that he would go back to jail if he went back up there. It's not big enough for them to come down here to get him, but she knew that he would be risking a lot trying to go up there because he would go back into jail, and especially for being gone so long that he would miss his child's growing up. But he decided he's still going to try to go back up there and work things out with her, that she wanted him to come up there. So he just up and left my baby's mother's mother and left her like $4,000 or $6,000 in debt or some junk. And it's just crazy. Like, last year I started the class in May and was supposed to be done in November. I would have been working at either Cloud9 Spa Place or Gainesville Health and Fitness or somewhere, or with a chiropractor as an on-hand massage therapist, and have been getting paid very well, especially working with UF. I could have worked with the chiropractors that work at UF, and I already have a way in because there's multiple different people who've already vouched for me, saying how I work and all that. I have family who works with them. I wouldn't be sitting here in March, 4 months after I was supposed to have graduated, sitting here doing nothing, waiting for me to either go to prison or get done. But I know the best thing that could possibly happen to me right now is me get done with this, because I have enough proof on my baby's mother, that my baby's mother is an unfit parent. Not only about the whole her going to go be around the person she so-called raped her, having my child around him. I have a bunch of voice recordings of her knowing that she's not supposed to have certain people around my child without supervision or without having background checks. She didn't do none of that stuff. She's like always been very secretive. I have proof she came and tried to deceive me, knowing that both DCF and the court said we aren't supposed to see each other until this stuff is all over with. I have proof that she's tried to come and see me and I just wasn't around. But I have proof that she tried to come and see me, knowing that she could get my child taken. Why would she risk getting my child taken by having these other dudes around, by coming and trying to see me, by sitting there and lying about a bunch of the junk she's been lying about? She really, my child's concern is not in her first most interest. It's these dudes. She's left messages talking about how, yeah, my these other guys have been more of a father to my daughter than she has. And I'm like, I mean, than I have. And I'm like, why would she be calling me and telling me this stuff? Why is she trying to make me feel bad because she messed up me being able to see my child? It's crazy how it she even said in the witness statement that I said she elbowed my child in the head.